Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Second down following the run. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Ryan to throw. He finds Coleman, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the play clock's running down. A handoff. Devontae Freeman down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, It's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guy drive. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Jones now in motion left. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Sanu, the man in motion right. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sanu, the man in motion right. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Gabriel, the man in motion. On third down, Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999?
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 47 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A gain of 3, second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Derek Coleman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Gabriel, the man in motion. On second down, here's Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Now it's Ryan. To the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going 8. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Sanu, the man in motion right. On 2nd down, Ryan. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tech McKinley, he's the one. Takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
So they took it down but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield. It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it appears so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync. And they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to Coleman. Finds a seam inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 53 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And defense caught napping a little bit. The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, spinning away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 6. And the Falcons are going to get a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back now here on EA Sports. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on third down, Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On third down, That's Freeman, and he is going to lose yardage here. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Ryan looking downfield for Joe. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Running right, this is Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
Well, we all know that the instinct is to fight for every possible yard and try and pick something up. But every now and then, you've got to know when to turn off your instinct. Okay, in this situation, find a way to go down and save some yardage. I mean, quarterbacks do it all the time, right? Play up, we don't have it, just take the sack, fight for another down. In this case, though, he kept trying to make something happen, and that loss of yardage, it changes field position, changes everything you're trying to do on offense, really puts him in a bad spot.
Needs here after 1st and 2nd down, went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. A swing pass caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything.